Hello, hello, we are live. It is 11/11, November 11th, Veterans Day here in the United States. Big day. First, right off the bat, I want to give a huge amount of thanks to everyone who has served in our military and has kept us safe and has pretty much kept the entire rest of the free world safe. And we thank everybody. We thank you for your service profusely. And I know a lot, going back to my day, I had a lot of, when I was growing up, a lot of people I knew had older brothers and stuff. They were coming back from Vietnam and they just got crapped on. So some veterans did never receive thanks. Terrible thing. So when you see a veteran, please say thank you to them. I have a feeling it won't ruin their day. I guess at the worst, it'll do nothing. I have a feeling it'd be kind of nice, but especially today on Veterans Day. So thanks you to all the veterans, and thanks to these veteran-related mailings that I've received over the past couple of months, saving them, knowing that Veterans Day was coming up, and I'll share them with you. I've got 3 pieces right here with one big lesson. So I get it. I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur myself. I own all or part of 14 different businesses. I'm always investing in more businesses with time, money, and resources and partnering up with different people and so forth. And I get it. I mean, they're in all different industries, so the deliverables are all different. All businesses' deliverables can be slightly different and their locations slightly different, all that, I get it. But one thing they all have in common, which is why I can make money with all of them, is the money getting aspects of the business are almost virtually identical. Certainly the bedrock principles, including the one I'm going to discuss today, is absolutely bedrock, basic, fundamental, no matter what business you're in or what business you're marketing, advertising, or selling, any of the money getting aspect. I almost always talk on all of my videos and in all of my teachings and my courses and my events and everything about basic principles, basic strategies. And I leave most of the tactics to people that really want to get caught up in all that, because for the most part, they're always changing, especially with the online world. You probably know that here I'm recording this video live. I recorded on one of my Facebook business pages, facebook.com/smallbizhelp, B-I-Z. But that's always changing. I used to record it, in fact, on my personal page. And then I paid a lot of money to a coach to maximize the effect that my videos have and to get them in front of more people and all that. And he was like, well, first thing is, the way Facebook does things now, you've got to record them on your business page. So there's a change. Things are always changing anyway. So the tactics is what I'm talking about. The way you will implement the basic strategies and the basic principles that I teach, those are, of course, always going to be changing. Facebook, by the time you're watching this, wherever you're watching it, the whole website Facebook might not be around anymore. It might be in a completely different look, feel, everything about it, but the strategies remain the same. And I know how it can be overwhelming. I'm on all kinds of email lists, and I go onto all kinds of webinars, and I go to all kinds of events for in-person training, and I read all kinds of books and articles, and there's a lot of conflicting advice out there, a lot of confusing advice, a lot of BS advice, basically, and it can be pretty overwhelming to figure out who to believe, who to trust, what should I do to market my business. I always say, bottom line, hopefully, to make the most out of the strategies that I teach, you want to have an excellent product or service, so that's a given. That's the basics. That's the ante to get in the game. Now you're in the game. Now you want to play the game, and you want to play the game hard. If you're a sports fan, who wants to watch a game where they were lollygagging around? Well, do you run a business where your marketing and advertising and sales efforts are lollygagging around? If you have an excellent product or service, sell it hard. Get as many people as you can to get help from you, because you got great help. Otherwise, they're going to go to your competitors. So I know you would all tell me, oh, they're not as good as me. And that's a shame. I don't understand. They're making more money than me. That's because they do a lot of advertisement. It's not, okay, whatever the reason is, go after them. Go hard. Put these principles to work. So very basic principle I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to show you 3 examples. I talk about it all the time. Most business owners, and this likely includes you, and it's not your fault because this is really what you see, is what I call me advertising. So you've been misled to believe, and this could be, again, from just what you see, or it could be from all the ways of advertising and marketing where they tell you, oh, we'll create your ad for you, as if that's a benefit. I used to think it was when I didn't know any better. First few businesses I owned, I was like, oh, this is great. All I got to do is call the newspaper, ask them what's the rate for what size, figure out the size, and they say, oh, you know what? We have a whole staff. We'll make up the ads for you. I'm like, wow, that's great. That saves me all the money. More importantly, it saves me the know-how because I don't know what to put in the ad. But their ads suck. They don't know what to put in the ad. I can tell you, I spent 3.5 years on the inside working as a consultant to small business owners on their advertising with the Yellow Pages publisher. And it was incredibly frustrating to me and to the ad designers, all the ads they would create for me. My manager used to tell me all the time, like, be patient with them. We don't train them. Nobody trains them on how to make an effective ad. We only train them, they get a college degree in graphic design. So they understand how to use the software to center something and to add color and to move this to the left and to the right and make this bigger and smaller, but they don't know what works. They don't know, like, you should be patient with them. And then for me, I was frustrated. They were frustrated because now I had to set an appointment and go in and sit down next to the graphic designer and instruct them, even though it was right in front of them. I had to hand written out all the instructions on the ad. They just wouldn't do it. They would say, oh, that can't be right. It's not centered. Let's center the ad. And he doesn't have enough white space. It doesn't look good. It doesn't follow the rules of graphic design. Yeah, that's why it works. All the other ads do, and they suck. And they're boring, and they get no attention. My ads got attention, more importantly, got response, and made money for anyone running them. And so it was very frustrating for them. And I'd sit down, they'd take a deep breath, and, oh, you again. Oh, here we go with your crappy ads that don't follow any of the rules of graphic design. These ads are going to look terrible. And it's beneath me as a graphic designer to make these ads, blah, blah, blah. They felt terrible. I was frustrated because my clients deserve to make money with their ads, even though they've been advertising the Yellow Pages sometimes 10, 20 years, basically making no money, but just thinking I have to be in there. There was no internet yet. Got to be in there. It's where everybody is. And this is the way it works. And it sucks, but that's what it is. Well, not when I came along anyway. The biggest mistake business owners make, and it's not your fault. You've been brainwashed to believe, and you'll see all the ads. Heck, you'll see Super Bowl ads that cost millions of dollars a minute doing this. It's the biggest mistake you can make. It's what I call me advertising. What does that mean? That means for some bizarre reason, well, I know a bizarre reason, you've been misled, and you see bad examples everywhere. You believe that your ads and your marketing should be about you and your company. You're probably even watching this video right now going, well, duh, Steve, yeah, no, what the hell? You think it's about my competitor? You think it's about the weather? Like, of course my ad's about my company. Like, of course not. See, that's what I mean. You believe it so much, you think I'm crazy. Until I'll show you some examples, and if you pay attention, or you get a consultation from me, I'll give you a free consultation. I can't spend all day with you, but I'll give you some help. One-on-one, go to helpfromsteve.com. Simple enough. I even got a website for it so that it directs right to my calendar. You can pick a day and time, get on the phone. Every single person says the same thing. Wow, thanks. I never thought of it that way. Boom, bang, boom. They're off and running. Sometimes they go, well, how much do your services cost? I'm like, they're free. This is a free call. Go implement what I did, make lots of money, and then maybe we'll talk about what further services there are. But this service, that's it. There's nothing to be sold. There's no whatever. Go make money, have fun. So go to helpfromsteve.com, and I'll explain how you can use this in your particular business, because you need to stay away from me advertising. Your ad is not about your company, and it's not about you. It's not. The only thing in your ad that should be about your company is your phone number, your website, the means of response. Everything else needs to be, absolutely needs to be about your prospect. Needs to be about him or her or them. Or, well, nowadays, if I wanted to be politically correct, there's probably 487 different genders. So who knows? It's about X and Y and Z and me and she and Z and he and whatever. It's about him or her. There's two genders. Okay, let's be scientific here. since the tips I'm giving you are scientifically proven to work in advertising and marketing, I'm not going to give you some BS talk about 400 different genders. There are 2 genders. That's scientifically true. And there's a fact about successful and effective advertising and marketing. It's not about the advertiser. It's about the prospect. Here's great examples on Veterans Day from veterans-related mail pieces that I received in my mailbox. So let me show you this one. This is from a nonprofit organization called USAA. The United, I don't even know what it stands for. The United Services, who knew? The United Services Automobile Association. Gee, I just thought it was like an insurance company, but it's called USAA, the United Services Automobile Association. It's only for veterans, right? So it'll tell you right there. This is mailed to my address, but to a previous occupant, resident of the home, who must have been a Vietnam veteran. So they get a list, and look, what do you know? Right away, they're talking right to him, the Vietnam veteran that he is. So they didn't say, in fact, I had to read the fine print over here to even see what the heck the name of the company is. Nobody cares. They're smart enough to know nobody cares. And yet you'll see so many ads. It drives me crazy. Sometimes I even have to say this to clients over and over and over and over. Get your name and your logo off the top of your ad. Get your name and logo off the top of your ad. Get your name and logo off the top of your ad. How many times I got to say that? Nobody cares about it. Put it on the bottom. Okay. Here is the logo right there where it belongs, on the bottom. And there's the name, USAA, and there's the phone number, and there's the website. So after you give them a reason to give a crap about contacting you, believe me, they'll figure out how to contact you. They'll look for it. That's the direction. First, give them a reason to even pay attention to your postcard, your email, your business card, your website, your booth at an event, your phone call, whatever it is, whatever way you're using to do your advertising, marketing, and sales efforts. First, let them know you've got a solution to a problem that they have, that you care about them, that all you're thinking about, talking about, caring about, spending time, money, and effort on is them. And then, and only then, if they decide, that sounds pretty good, I think I'll contact whoever the heck these people are. Now they'll be interested in whoever the heck you are. So that's when you can put your name, your logo, your phone number, your website on the bottom. This is well done. And you see this photo. This is what caught my eye. Look at this photo, the great photo. Most companies, when I see their advertising, their postcards or their websites or this postcard, if it was for a plumber, what would it have on it? Right, it would have a picture of a plumbing truck or a picture of a plumber. Me, I'm a plumber. Here's my truck. Here's my logo. It would have a big picture of their truck with their name on it and their logo on it, taking up the whole ad. Nobody cares. Who cares? So it's a plumber. Hey, thanks for the likes. Who's here? Gary Morris, Jeff Ducharme. Thank you for the likes. So where will I get off? Gee, Facebook, for some reason, they're not showing my videos live to anyone anymore. I'm getting hundreds of hits where I put it all over the internet. But this is rare and unexpected and a pleasant surprise that I'm seeing some people live. Jeff Ducharme, who is a brilliant marketer. If you need some help with any of this stuff, you can go to helpfromsteve.com, get on the phone with me. You can go contact Jeff Ducharme. In fact, if you're looking to buy or sell a business, you have to go to Jeff Ducharme. He's one of the top business brokers in America. And as such, he's an expert, a big expert on how to help you get more dollars for the sale of your business, right? So that means a lot of the stuff I'm talking about. How to do better advertising, marketing, and put some systems into place so you have some assets in your business that somebody wants to buy. They don't just want to buy a name and a website or a physical location. They'd also love to buy some advertising marketing systems. So if you say, here's a series of ads and the follow-up letters and phone scripts and emails and website, I got everything to go with it. This churns money all the time, just brings it in like crazy. You gonna get more money for your business? You sure are. So you can see Jeff for that. In the meantime, so I saw this photo and I said, this is great. See, the headline says, I serve for tradition. Now when it says I I hope you don't think that means USAA, the United Services Automobile Association served. That's they're delivering this to the home of a Vietnam veteran. I know that because it said on the back right there, the Vietnam Veterans of America. And he right away, he is reading this and he's saying, I served. Now they're showing a car, a classic car from the, I don't know, who knows cars, 60s, 70s at the most, but it's from the Vietnam era. And it's got the grandpa, in other words, the recipient of this card, being adoringly looked at by his grandson. That's what I believe this depicts. You can say it's he picked up this guy hitchhiking on the side of the road, or this is the recipient, and for some reason he never even heard of the Vietnam War, and look, forget. I'm sure you can make up all kinds of crap, but what this really means, what it means to me, and I believe to the overwhelming percentage of recipients of this card, is, hey, yeah, that's me. I'm driving my car that I love. Those were the days. They don't make cars like that anymore. Those were the days, whatever this was. Oh, when I drove the convertible and I didn't have to have a hermetically attached astronaut seatbelt over both of my shoulders, and I didn't have to, drive around with a helmet and elbow pads. And, it's amazing we survived. How did we survive? We skateboarded without helmets and elbow pads and knee pads. I don't know how I'm alive even. So these were the days. The tradition, the classic, that's me. And I am adoringly telling my war stories or my life stories and my lessons, my beliefs to my grandson, passing on the tradition and the legacy. And that's what I'm all about. This is not a big picture of the logo of the company or of whatever the heck the company is all about. It's not about a United Services Automobile Association with its insurance, banking, investment, and other companies. So it's not a big picture of a bank. It's not a big picture of an insurance document, policy, whatever. It's a picture of the prospect happily loving this Sunday drive out in the open, talking to his grandson, and his grandson smiling adoringly, looking at him, saying, I serve for, he's all about tradition. It's all about he served. He's all about carrying on the tradition, passing on the legacy of the grandson, and driving that classic car, because those were the days, and that's when things were made in America and things were made great. And this is an American car. It's not one of those rice burners and all. This is speaking to the target audience, saying, this is you. We get you. We understand you. We know what you like. We know what irks you. We know what you don't like. You can't stand that every car now is this tiny little compact car that has to get 60 miles a gallon. Back then it was how many gallons to the mile? The big muscle car, that's what we had, and we liked it. So this is a beautiful use of the advertising. Is all about your target market. And on the back, it tells you all about how by honorably serving your, so it's using great words here. Get a copy, for crying out loud, get a great copywriter to write your copy. I was just talking to a client today about this. Like, you pay a copywriter to write some copy for you. Eventually, you'll be able to figure it out on your own, or tweak it and use it over and over. But at least get a copywriter. Once you're making money, you got a business that's working, get a copywriter to write some good stuff. I see emails that are just total crap. I see social media that's just total crap. I see postcards. I see ads that, even worse than you doing it yourself, is letting the post office, or letting the yellow pages, or letting the newspaper, the magazine, or letting Facebook or Google make up your ad for you. Like, what is that? What are you doing? So this is great ad. This obviously, I'm not a Vietnam veteran. I am not. I was not driving a 1960s car. I was born in 1960, so I could not serve in the Vietnam War that they ended U.S. involvement in like 72 or 3 or 4 or something. I was only 14 at the time. So this isn't to me, but I'm believing that this speaks to the target market. And you throw it out there, you throw a stamp on it, you toss out 500 or 1,000 of them to the target market, you find a list of Vietnam veterans, and we'll see. It's called a test. It's everything we do is called a test. We test it and we'll see if the veterans respond and say, yeah, I honorably served my country, and now you've earned access to USA membership that can be, look at this, it can be passed down from generation to generation. Now, my dad's a veteran. My dad was in the Army, also in between the two wars, the 40s and 50s. He was born in 33. So he was 12 years old when we ended our involvement and ended the war of World War II, too young to serve. And then Korean War didn't come around till the mid 50s, and he served when he was like, 18 or 20. So he was in between the two wars. But if he became a member of the USAA, he could pass it down to me, and I'll bet they got all kinds of great discounts on insurance, banking, investing, all kinds of great stuff. Joining is free. Holy moly. So membership is open to active, retired, separated with a discharge type of honorable, enlisted, and officer personnel. So it's open to active or retired military, and it's free and does not require you to purchase a product or anything. And access can be passed down for. That's what's called the irresistible offer. So we have here the WOW strategy. Okay, it's all about the ideal target who. The Vietnam veteran. That's the first letter of the WOW strategy, the W, who. Then it's got an irresistible offer. Membership is free, can be passed down from generation to generation, and it's open to you, Vietnam veteran, for free. And you get discounts on a bunch of stuff, I guess, I'm sure. And maybe they talk about it in here or whatever. Or when you go to the website or when you call, where you get a brochure and they tell you get discounts and stuff. Or just you get a t-shirt that says, man, look at that logo, Vietnam Veterans of America, right? That's where you put it, bottom corner, small. I'll look at it. I don't take out glasses. I'll take out a magnifying glass to find out your website, your phone number, your logo after I care enough to do it. But you take up the 95% of your ad or the front side of your postcard or your website or whatever it is, all about your who, your prospect, your ideal target who. So that's the W. The O is the irresistible offer. It's free. And the way, in this case, they're using to get that irresistible offer in front of their ideal target, who, this guy, is with a postcard. That's the WOW strategy. Okay. Now, here's another mailing from the same company, USAA. And I, if I was the Vietnam veteran who lived here before I did, am eligible to join, and I'm pre-selected, and therefore I can get this Visa credit card with 1.5% cash back and $250 as soon as I buy $1,000 worth of stuff. And I don't know if it's free to get the card or whatever, but boom, bang, boom. And then I get to walk around also with a nice American Eagle flag, all kinds of stuff that I, as the Vietnam veteran, the US veteran, are likely to like. Heck, I like all that stuff. I just didn't serve in the military, but I love the flag and the national anthem. And that's why I don't watch the NFL games anymore, because it's got a bunch of players who hate America, hate the flag, hate the national anthem. The owners hate the flag, hate the national anthem, hate themselves. The commissioner, he's a piece of work. He hates America, absolutely. But the fans somehow, 90 whatever percent of the fans are patriotic and love America. And then I heard somebody said something about they celebrated Veterans Day yesterday over the weekend with this holiday. Veterans, some players were wearing fatigues or wearing something to do with the military. Like, isn't that called stolen valor? Like players let me get this straight. I'm off on a rant here, but I'll get back to the advertising lesson. But players who hate America, they kneel at the national anthem, they hate themselves, they hate their own country. They're protest all you want, but don't disrespect your own country and yourself while you're protesting. That's just, it makes this something I would never do. I'll protest. I'll walk around with a sign and protest something, but you don't even think I'm going to kneel in front of the flag or something or any of that crap. So they do all that stuff, and then they're wearing some kind of uniform, something with like military stripes or stars on it. Isn't that stuff? That's just pathetic. Like, no wonder I want nothing to do with that league ever. Okay, if I want to watch football, I got Friday nights and I got Saturdays, and I can watch high school and college football, and I don't have to watch a bunch of owners with their product where they crap all over me and the country. But it's amazing how addicted their fans are. They keep watching the thing. Anyway, and the final piece is from a different company, and this is my favorite piece that I receive from time to time, and I've been saving this for a while because I see the pickup day was Tuesday, October 1st. So I've had this thing for a couple of months. This is just so well done. First of all, almost every inch of this envelope on both sides is filled up with something that can make money for the sender. White space never sold anything, right? So you fill up your ad or your postcard or your website or your business card or your envelope with white space. What are you doing? Doesn't make any money. I see people, they hand me a business card and half their business card, now these are good. See, these are people I know, and they're using their business cards, right? They got front and back, all kinds of good stuff. But this one here, blank on the back. What are you doing? Why would you do that? Is anyone going to call you because they go, wow, that's a really compelling reason to call you. It's blank. And by the way, it's not all that other stuff you see from the other cards. Wow, that's compelling. That's really great. I'm going to call you for that. I'm going to remember you because of that. You know, here, good work. This floor care, geo maintenance, go maintenance, floor care, put an irresistible offer on the back. Now, of course, 20% off your first cleaning service is what's known as a resistible offer. They don't realize that they printed up 500 of these cards, they handed all them out, phone's not ringing. They get a call once in a while. That's telltale signs, not irresistible, right? How about free first cleaning? That would be irresistible. But Steve, I can't do that because of blah, 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 blah. Helpfromsteve.com is where you go. And if that's you or anybody else that's doing a BS crappy resistible offer like that, I'll help you and I'll explain the math and I'll explain how you make that kind of an offer make you so much money that you will never again do stupid things like this or really stupid things like this. You give a blank business card. Look at this envelope. That's the back of the envelope. There's so much good stuff on here. I'll kind of go through the whole thing. I've done it in the past. But man, this is such a creative, genius piece of marketing. This is, please fill a bag for a vet. Help us make mail a bag work. No phone calls. No door-to-door bag hanging. So now they're telling you what it isn't. They're overcoming some objections right there off the bat. And again, the photo, do you think this is a photo of the company? Is this a photo of the bag? Is this a photo of the person who picks up the bag? No, this is a photo that's really meaningful to me, the prospect. It's an American flag. It's some kind of memorial with names all over it. It's got flowers. It's got a little girl bowing her head, saying, man, I wish my daddy would come home. And that's, again, you can decide whatever you think it means, but that's what it means to me, which strikes right at my heart and says, man, right. And so look at that. Same logo as the last one. Where am I looking? There it is. Vietnam Veterans of America. Only they're saving money on this one. We're just printing it blue-red on the white, two colors instead of the full color. The other one had the Vietnam Veterans logo with the yellow. Right? This is the same logo without the color. Oh, there it is. Right? Same logo without the color. Very cool. Vietnam Veterans. And so what it is in here is, and I will use my trusty Rhino letter opener. I just love this. This is great. What do you think is in here? Well, since it says fill a bag, the cool thing is, and if you were here, you would feel this. It feels like some kind of plastic something or other. In other words, clearly a plastic bag. And there it is. How cool is that? And the bag, just like the envelope, is covered in copy. It's not just a plain bag. Look at this bag. We've got stuff all over this bag. Pretty much the whole thing just like is on the envelope. And there's that logo again. Well, now I have to show how small it is. There's a big one. Thank you for your support. Here's a bag. You can get additional bags if you want. It probably says, please don't put this over your head. You'll suffocate. Blah, blah, blah. Vietnam Veterans of America. They gave a lot. Can you give a little? Great tagline. Our truck will drive down your street on the day listed on the envelope you received the bag in. Thank you for remembering the forgotten veterans. They got a phone number, toll free, They got a website. They got it's tax deductible. They have a smart website called helpvets.com. Is the bag, the website, rather, the name of the company? The name of the company is, I don't know what the name of the company is. See, I don't care. First of all, I don't care. They didn't blast out what the name of the company is. Usually it's on here somewhere, small print at the bottom. It's Vietnam. Oh, it is. It's Vietnam Veterans of America. But that's not what's on the top. That's down here on the bottom. After they tell me it's tax deductible, the truck is going to drive right down the street on the day listed. The driver will look for the bag, tough to miss, big yellow bag. And here's what we need. Put in some books and clothing and shoes and baby items and kitchenware and tools. And we especially need clothing, and Vietnam veterans, the largest, blah, blah, blah. And there it is. No cash. And Vietnam America, there's our national headquarters. There's our phone. There's our website, helpvets.com. Not VietnamVeteransOfAmerica.com, which is really long and hard to remember and maybe even tough to spell. Vietnam is V-I-E-T or where, helpvets.com. Very simple. Kind of like my website. I must own over 100 websites, but helpfromsteve.com. Pretty simple. That's where you go. You get help. All this stuff is simpler and easier and a heck of a lot more fun to do than you could imagine. Not to mention the amount of fun you could have if you had money flying into your bank account, which is what this kind of stuff does. So instead of just saying, please donate, and, we have been around. How long has the Vietnam Veterans of America been around? I don't know, because it doesn't say. Is it locally owned and operated? It doesn't say. Does it have any certifications? It doesn't say. Or if it does, they're in small print somewhere I don't even see. It's all about the prospect. It's tax deductible to you. Our truck will drive down your street. The driver will look for your donation. This is all about me. This is my donation. It's my street. It's tax deductible to me. I'm going to feel good. If you live in a gated community, call us so we can get the code and get in there. That's us. I got to give people a code. And so I can fill this bag with stuff, put it out front that day. I miss that day, but I get the next one. I can feel good, and I can donate. And if you're in charge of a nonprofit and getting donations, you're sitting there going, well, people, don't donate as much as they used to. I heard this from Sad Sack last week. People don't show up to events as much as they used to. So advertising market double. You want 25 people to show up, get 50 people to say they're going to show up. He's complaining, only half the people show. So book double the people you want. Okay, if you want lots of donations, send out the bag. They could have just said, hey, please put some stuff in a bag and put the bag out front. But this is like the old self-addressed stamped envelope. Here's the bag. Put it in the bag. And then the bag reminds me, if I put this on the counter or in the kitchen or somewhere, say to my beautiful wife, Michelle, honey, here's this bag. I don't have to explain it. The bag explains it. Oh, what's this bag all about? I could be sleeping and she could see this and go, oh, look, thank you for some. We got some stuff. Sure. We got some shirts and clothes and shoes and whatever that we're not using anymore, to spring cleaning, fall cleaning, whatever. We can put some stuff this. That sounds good, blah, 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 blah. In fact, she's always bringing stuff over to a homeless shelter or a church or whatever. Let's hang on to this bag. And the next time I get a mailing, we'll say, hey, that bag, where is it? Because now they're coming by to pick it up. That's what I'm going to do. But this mailing is just so well done. Hey, it looks like it's all colorful. It's only 2 colors, so it's even cheaper to print because they got to be a nonprofit. They got to be a steward of the money, right? I don't want to see them printing in full color. I want to see that the money I give them, or the money that they get, or any money at all, is going to a good use, not just blowing it on Super Bowl ads that are, people eating chips and laughing, and kids and horses kicking footballs and stupid things. This is all about, hey, put some stuff in a bag, put the bag out front, we'll come pick it up. Boom. Here's all the good things about it. Here's how it works. Here's what we need. Here's why we love you. Great example of how to do a mailing. So for all 3 of today's examples that are all veteran-based, we thank the senders of this veteran-based direct mail, and we thank all veterans for their service. You're a veteran. We thank you. I thank you profusely for your service. Thank you. Wouldn't be here without you. And that'll do it for Veterans Day. This is the time Jeff says, yes, sir, I'm 100% right. I'm going to guess that the time he said that was when I was saying that Jeff Ducharme is brilliant, and he's one of the top business owners, brokers in America, also business owner. He probably owns more businesses than me, for crying out loud. And if you want help with buying or selling a business, he's the one to see. I think that's when he said, yes, sir, you're 100% right. Just kidding. Jeff's a lot more magnanimous than that. He was probably saying nice about me. But I don't need anybody to say nice stuff about me. I'm straight talk, no BS Steve. Like, I don't give a crap you say something nice, mean, this, I don't give a crap. What I care about is you making more money and not wasting money on stupid things that don't work just because people tell you that's what you're supposed to do or you see everybody doing it. I'll give you a hint, by the way. If you see everyone doing something, it's the number one biggest hint, clue, big red flag you could possibly imagine to not do it. Do the complete opposite. You want some specific help with this, go to helpfromsteve.com. This is the time I would answer any questions, comments, concerns, issues. I don't see any here. If you're watching on the replay, post them wherever you're watching this. I always respond when appropriate, and that'll do it. For Veterans Day, direct mail Monday, 11/11, November 11th, 2019. Happy Veterans Day. Special, big, huge thanks to all our vets out there and everywhere. And I'll be back again tomorrow on Topical Tuesday with some more business lessons to help you have more fun, have less stress, make more money, grow your business, have the life that you want. Isn't that what running a business should be all about? Thanks for being here today, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Over and out.